welcome to this mindfulness session, or shall we call it mindlessness, working to lose the mind, get out of the head and more into a heart-centered space. It's best done either first thing in the morning, kind of honouring the intrinsic nature of the morning time, the stillness that comes with that, or in the evenings before bed, so you can really wind down from your day, kind of ease yourself towards a restful, sound sleep. So we're going to begin with some body awareness, coming to lie on our mats, and then we'll move through a little pre-meditative sequence, and then I'll guide you through a meditation to end. So if you want to come to lie down to begin, it's the position that we're most free to let go and relax. So either coming to lie flat with the arms and the legs spread wide at your side, or you can bring a bend into the knees, heel toeing the feet to the outer edges of the mat, and then just draw the knees into touch so they're resting against one another. So finding your laying position, whatever that may look like for you, and then coming to rest, letting the eyes come to close, to meet me at the edge of your busy mind. And we'll start by taking a couple of deep breaths in. So inhaling through the nose, and then exhale out, releasing a sigh. Again, inhaling. Exhaling. Breathing yourself a little deeper into the support of the floor, the earth beneath you. So just taking a moment now to orient yourself, becoming aware of the space around you, feeling your body supported by the earth, and noticing any sensations you may feel against your skin. Noticing whether you feel warm or cool, and the textures of your clothing, the fabric against your skin. Feeling safe and held by this space that is cradling you now. Allow yourself to drop into the very core of you as you take your awareness inwards, noticing any sensations you feel here. Perhaps you can connect to that faint rhythmic beat, the pulse of your heart. Starting to connect to the rhythm of your breath if you breathe in and out. Noticing areas of the body that hold tension, and those areas which feel more expansive and open. Just allow this to be a simple observation without judgment or a need or desire to change it in any way. So letting your body now really release and let go. Noticing how the more you release tension, the more the earth uplifts to hold you. And the more deeply you connect with the body, the more still your mind becomes. And the slower, the deeper you experience your breath. To further help you connect to your breath, you can bring one palm to rest on the lower belly, taking the other palm to your heart center at your chest. Feeling the breath breathing into your palms. Feeling that rise and fall with each cycle of breath. Noticing how the lower belly rises, the chest expands and lifts, releases and settles. Breathing in to open, feeling that expansion. Then exhaling to release, letting go, contraction. Allow this to be an act of intimacy with yourself, with your breath and your body. Just taking a few more moments here, dropping deeper into that well of calm, of tranquility. And then you can begin to lower and release the hands by your sides. Taking your thumb, start to rub it along each of your fingertips, just reawakening via the sense of touch. Maybe wiggling into the fingers, circling into the wrists, your ankles. Then inhale to lengthen, stretching to waken body, reaching your arms up and overhead. Then exhale to round as you hug and draw the knees in towards your chest. You can take a gentle rocking here from side to side, just massaging the lower back on the mat. Feeling the sensations of your back body on the mat. Now you can either change it up and start to rock and roll along the length of the spine, or for a more gentle, passive way, you can just allow the knees to drop to one side and we'll make our way up to sit. So bringing yourself up, finding a comfortable seated position, whatever that may look like for you. If you have difficulty sitting upright in a cross-legged seat, you can bring cork blocks beneath the knees or 2 cushions as well, which work equally well. Maybe even taking a blanket beneath your sit bones, and then just settling in, the eyes come to close, adjusting to this new upright position. And we'll start by taking a very gentle motion to stretch through the neck. So we'll soften to release the right ear to the right shoulder. And using your exhalation, begin to dip and lower your chin to your chest. And using your inhalation, draw the left ear over towards the left shoulder. Again, dropping chin to chest. So this time as you come over to the right side, pause and hold here. You can either keep the hands resting on the knees or the thighs, or perhaps taking the left arm off to the side and reach the right arm up and overhead, just to gently cup the ear, drawing that further to the right, deepening the stretch. And you can keep your fingertips of the left hand rooted on the mat, or maybe elongate, lengthen through the fingers as you stretch and reach away. Breathing here into expansion, into an opening, perhaps even flexing through the left palm, maybe circling into the wrist. Letting yourself become curious, connecting to what feels good in your body, allowing this to be an act of exploration, and then lowering the left hand down, Using the right hand to bring your head back through center, and we'll lower to release the right palm. We'll take the gaze up towards the ceiling, then drop and lower the chin again towards your chest. Then dropping the left ear over towards the left shoulder. We'll take the same on the second side. So drawing the left arm up, taking a bend of the elbow just to gently cup the ear. Inhale to stretch and reach the head further over to the left. And you can lift the right hand up. Again, being playful here, perhaps flexing into the hand, drawing the fingertips back towards you, maybe circling into the wrist. Allowing your breath to remain smooth and deep. And then we'll lower to release the right hand down, using the left arm to draw your head back through center. And we'll let both hands now come to rest, either on your knees or your thighs. If you need to just shift position with the legs, you can change and take the opposite shin in front. And then again, letting the eyes come to close. As you allow your awareness to drop down into your sitting bones, feeling that connection to the earth, getting heavy in your pelvis, your thighs. And begin to lift and lengthen through the spine as you grow tall through the very crown of your head. Smoothing out the forehead, softening eyes and eyebrows. Then allow the tongue to become heavy in your palate as it drops away from the roof of the mouth. Allowing shoulders to soften from the ears. So you're feeling like you're held tall from the inside, then allowing everything else to soften, to let go. And we'll connect to that energetic line that runs from the very top of the head to the base of the spine. It's the line of our essence known as Brahmanadi, a channel for energy. We'll begin to trace that line as a pathway for the breath. So the next time you inhale, opening up to receive, feel the breath come in through the crown of the head, down the line of your spine to the base. Then as you exhale, start to charge and send the awareness out into every cell of your body. Again, inhaling, feeling the awareness draw in through the crown, down the line of your spine as the side ribs expand and open. Then as you exhale, feel your lower belly draw in, and from this region start to charge and send your awareness out. You can silently vibrate mantra, sounding sa with the inhalation, the sound of inspiration. Then hum with the exhalation, the sound of transformation. So you're drawing in this unbound intelligence, light inspiration with the inhalation. And with the exhalation, you're translating that into every cell of the body. Sa and hum. Beginning to introduce some movement now as you feel sa draw down from the crown of the head. Begin to open up to receive, gently lifting the chin, shining the heart forwards. Then exhale, feeling hum radiate from the base. Begin to round into the back body as you draw your chin to chest. Again, inhaling, feeling the breath begin at the crown as you open up. Sa draws down. And exhale, let it radiate out as you start to round from the lower region of the spine, feeling hum radiate. from crown to base. And exhale, hum, moving from the base of the spine out. This time we'll add the arms on the inhalation, circling them wide, taking them around and up. With the exhalation, interlace through the fingers. Inhale, stretch, reach the palms up towards the ceiling. Then as you exhale, lowering the hands down, exaggerating that curvature of the spine. This time as we rise up, feeling Sa with the inhalation. Then exhale, hum, separating the hands, begin to twist over towards your right. Lowering the right palm behind, left hand in front. Lengthening on the inhale, twisting to deepen with the exhale. And inhaling Sa, exhaling hum. And inhale to draw yourself back through center, reaching the arms up and overhead. And bring an interlace of the fingers again. Stretch to reach the palms up and away towards the ceiling. With your exhalation, rounding into the back body, drawing the hands down in front. Inhale again, rising up, finding that length. Then exhale, separating the hands, begin to twist over towards the left side. Twisting on the axis of the spine, letting the right hand come in front, left hand behind you. Not cranking or forcing, but just slowly breathing, feeling your way into the twist. Using that Sa, hum breath. Inhaling again, reaching the arms up as you twist back through center. We'll draw the palms to touch. Then exhale to lower them down to your heart space, finding Anjali Mudra. Letting the eyes come to close again if they're not already. Just connecting to your heart center. So feeling the thumbs pressing in towards the sternum, and then let your awareness drop back a couple of inches. And in this space, connecting to the vibrations of the heart, vibrations of truth, our inner knowing, peace. And perhaps setting an intention for this practice. And if nothing is coming to mind, then just allowing yourself to be a vessel, to receive whatever it is you need in this moment. You can either seal that by taking a deep breath in and out, or by sounding Om, which changes the vibration. So choosing to join or just listen and breathe, taking a normal breath in and out to begin with. Then inhaling through the nose. And bowing your head down towards your heart. Begin to crack open your eyes and softly gaze at a point on the floor in front of you. And then start to expand your vision as you lower your palms down. We'll make our way now onto all fours, hands and knees. So beginning with the wrists beneath the shoulders, the knees beneath the hips. Taking the gaze slightly forwards of the fingertips, maintaining that long line of energy from the very top of your head to the base of your spine. Then moving with the breath, on the inhalation, feeling Sa begin at the crown as you shine the heart forwards, face looks up, sitting bones lift. Then feeling hum radiating out from the base as you start to round through the spine, drawing your chin to chest. Again, on the inhalation, feeling Sa draw down. You can tuck toes under to exaggerate the curvature of your spine. Then exhale, hum, take the tops of the feet flat, pressing away through the feet and your palms to round. Continuing to move like this on your own. You'll have our own unique rhythm, length, texture of breath. So just honouring that and seeing if you can keep your eyes closed, really connecting more to the subtle rounds, taking your awareness inwards. Moving within the bounds of your breaths, allowing breath to begin and movement to follow. Then with your inhalation, we'll tuck toes under, taking the gaze forward. With the exhalation, take the tops of the feet flat, draw your seat back towards your heels, stretch to reach the arms out in front of you for child's pose. Taking a couple of deep breaths here, a moment to pause. Then coming up onto the tips of your fingers, so you're doming through the center of your palms. Begin to walk the hands over towards the right side. Really stretch, reach away through the fingers, maybe even allow your palms to melt down onto the floor, keeping your head and your neck heavy. Staying with your breath, being present with that pathway, illuminating it as it moves through the body. Coming back up onto the tips of your fingers, begin to walk them again through center. Take a moment to realign, lengthen through the spine. And then start to walk the hands over towards the left side, really reaching away, especially through the right fingertips, ground and anchor into your palms. Feeling Sa lengthening, then hum, sitting a little deeper into your seat. Come up again onto the tips of the fingers. We'll walk them back through center, lowering the palms flat. With the inhalation, we're going to come up onto the knees, lifting the arms up and overhead. And then with the exhalation, hinge from the hips, coming back through child's pose. Use your inhale to carry you forwards through all fours, bringing shoulders on top of the wrists. Then bending at the elbows, start to lower the forehead down onto the floor. Press down into the palms to lift the head, neck and chest up for baby cobra. Then with your exhale, send your seat back for child's pose. Taking that sequence again on the inhalation, rising up onto your knees, taking your gaze forwards or closing the eyes. Then exhale, hinge from the hips as you lower down through child's pose. Coming up through all fours. Hands and knees. You may need to just slightly walk the hands forwards, bending at the elbows to lower and melt your heart to the mat. Planting into the palms, the tops of the feet, getting heavy in the pelvis as you lift the head, neck and chest up. Lowering the forehead down, take the weight into the palms to send your seat back towards your heels. Taking that once more with the Sa hum kriya, so inhaling Sa as you rise up. Exhale, hum as you fold forward. Inhale, feeling Sa move from crown to base, coming through all fours, walking the palms forwards, bend the elbows, hum to lower down, taking yourself flat to the mat, planting the palms, feeling the head, neck and chest rise, then exhale, hum, lowering your seat back towards your heels. Taking a couple of breaths here. Perhaps even finding a few falling out breaths in through the nose and just exhale exhale to release a sigh. From child's pose, begin to peel up through the spine, bringing yourself to sit. And we're going to drop the seat to the left side of the heels, so the feet come over to the right. Keeping the right leg where it is, we'll bring the left toes on top. So you're tucking the feet over, planting the right palm down the same side as the feet. Inhale, stretch to reach the left arm up and overhead, taking a lovely side body stretch. And then lowering the left hand down, unraveling the feet, come up onto the knees, and then shift that to the second side. So taking the right foot over the left ankle, grow tall through your spine, plant the left palm to reach up and over with the right arm. Being careful not to collapse into the side waist here, so just drawing yourself up, keeping some integrity in the spine and anchoring into your seat. Inhale, rising up, using the arms, unraveling your legs, and we'll come into a kneeling position. So you can either come to kneel sitting back on your feet. If you have a cork block, you can bring that in between your ankles and then lower yourself down. When you rise up, removing any fleshy bits from the calf muscles, making space at the back of the knees. Letting the hands come to rest on the thighs. And we'll just start to take some backstroke motions with the arm. Be mindful of things in your vicinity, not to knock anything out the way. Just drawing the arm up and back and around. Opening the shoulder the next time the arm comes up. Taking a bend in the elbow, begin to lower the arm or the fingertips down behind you. We'll draw the left arm up, taking it onto the right elbow just to gently encourage the arm down the back. Then as you draw the left arm back in space, reaching back to take a hold of the fingers. And if it doesn't, they don't quite meet or reach here, you just take a hold of your t-shirt, a strap, a belt or a scarf is quite good to use. Otherwise, just finding an energetic connection so they're moving towards one another. And then just taking your head here from side to side. Again, bringing gaze up towards your ceiling and then down towards your floor, taking chin to chest. And then we'll unravel to release the arms, taking the same on the second side, bringing the right palm to rest and start to backstroke with the left arm. Taking that up and back behind you. And the next time the arm comes up, bringing a bend into the elbow, lower the hand down your back, using the right hand just to gently encourage that a little further. Then as you draw the right arm back in space, reaching around, taking a hold of the fingertips, your t-shirt, or using something to help you access that. I'm just checking in here, noticing where your body is in space. There's a real tendency to kind of arch forwards, so tilting the pelvis forward, seeing if you can draw it back, aligning all the segments of the body, letting the head and the neck feel easeful, taking your gaze from side to side. Again, up and down. And then we'll unravel, releasing the arms, taking some lovely big shoulder rolls. Let this be as expressive as feels good in your body, really feeling into that opening. Good. And then releasing the arms. And we're going to come to find a comfortable seat for our guided meditation. So setting yourselves up, making yourself as comfortable as possible. You've just opened the body nicely to be able to sit upright. But if you have any difficulty holding yourself with a tall spine, you can either come onto a chair, resting yourself against a wall or perhaps a sofa or something you have at home. When you feel comfortable in your seat, just allow the eyes again to come to close. Letting the hands rest on the knees or the thighs. And just returning to your breath, feeling that pathway, drawing down and out. Sa and hum. We're going to take a breath balancing technique known as Padadistasana. Do this by bringing the right palm, tucking it beneath the left armpit, then taking the left palm beneath the right armpit, so you're crisscrossing at the forearms. You wish to just have a little look, a peek, and then again let the eyes come to close. Begin to sense the breath, the inhalation, the exhalation, that expansion and softening between your palms. Noticing how the breath becomes more balanced as the chest expands evenly. And if one side of the chest is feeling more dominant than the other, then removing the top arm, so taking the left arm out, tucking it underneath and then back in the same armpit. Just changing the cross of the forearms. And seeing if this changes the pressure in your chest. Working to find a balance between the right and the left side. Your inhalation and your exhalation. And when the breath becomes even, you can lower the arms down, taking the hands to rest on the backs of the knees or the thighs. You can draw thumb and first finger to touch for Jnana Mudra, maintaining that flow of energy, the life force within the body. Just allowing yourself now to really soften into your center, to meet the magnificent drum at your core. Listening for its beat, its rhythm, observing any sensations here, a tenderness, an ache or a throb. And just allow yourself to sit in this life-affirming glow of your heart. Again, connecting to those vibrations of truth, of love and compassion. Allowing yourself to open as wide as you can, breathing into the very core of your being. Feeling the opening with each inhalation and the softening with each exhalation. You can visualize a tiny point of light at the center of your chest. As you inhale, feeling that expansion, begin to send the light out. And as you exhale, returning to that tiny point of light at your heart. Inhaling again to expand the light out. And exhaling, returning to self as you draw it back in. Continuing this on your own. Everyone's breath breathes differently. We all have our own unique rhythm and pulse. Just honouring and connecting to yours. As you feel the expansion, visualize that you can breathe to the very edges of your body, illuminating the perimeters of your vessel. Then return to that point of light in the heart. Expanding now to breathe out beyond the body, each time returning home to self, back to center. And with this expansion and contraction, opening the light and drawing it back in, you can silently sound Sat with the inhalation, then Yum with the exhalation. Sat to expand, then Yum as you draw it back into the heart. If you feel comfortable here, just stay as you are. You can start to send the light out further beyond the perimeters of your being, of your aura, filling it, sending it out to your home, your loved ones, and then returning to that tiny point of light, the center of your chest. Perhaps sending it out to your neighbors, your community. Again, returning to that tiny point of light in your heart. And the next time you draw the light back in, take the right hand, so the thumb and the first finger where they're touching, you just press them in toward one another, creating almost a little teardrop, bringing that just in front of your heart. This hand gesture or mudra known as a Hamkara mudra, the mudra of the self. For it is believed that our individual spirit, our self, resides in our hearts. Just continuing feeling Sat, Yum. 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 And then lowering the hand back down to bring your awareness back into your system. You can take the tip of the tongue to the roof of the mouth just to reground your energy, then taking your thumb and rubbing it along each of your fingertips, reawakening via the sense of touch. Letting go of the practice, maybe wiggling into your fingers. And then we'll take the palms out in front of us, keeping the eyes closed, just ever so gently rub the palms back and forth. And then begin to separate the palms about an inch or so, feeling the warmth, the radiance between your hands. And then separating them another couple of inches, sensing this magnetism between the two sides. And as you separate them further still, sensing this puffy feeling you can almost shape between the hands. These are all qualities of the life force within us, the prana or tejas. And then drawing the palms back into touch, rubbing them back and forth again, this time a little more vigorously, generating some heat, and then bringing the palms of the hands to gently cup and rest over the eyes, drawing in that warmth, radiance, magnetism. Feel it flood in through your eyes and into your head. And letting the hands draw down the sides of the face. Letting the fingertips come to the back of the neck. You can give yourself a very gentle neck rub. And then bringing your hands, one to rest on top of the other at the center of the chest. Taking a couple of deep breaths. To remember that you are safe here to allow your emotions to be heard and felt. You are love and you are loved. Once we align with our own source of love, we can love without condition, walk without weight, and heal any hurt, to rediscover what we forget in our own humanness. Bringing the palms to touch now, finding Anjali Mudra, and bowing your head down towards your heart, symbolizing the surrender of the intellect of the mind to the innate wisdom, the inner knowing of the heart and the spirit. The light in me honors the light in you. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.